Hello and welcome back to Arknights. Tonight we're going to be finishing up the EX stages for Dorothy's Vision. And I am in fact going to be using my standard team for this. Now was I having trouble with this? Oh yes, I might want to push her or something to get them into those because apparently the puller needs to be at M3 before she could do that, or they can do that. Alright. Also, I did decide, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and max out Zerny. I like all the Arts Defenders, but he is my personal favorite, largely because of a number of things, really. I should probably bring a feeder here somewhere. Or another pusher or puller. Rope, as you can see, is Mastery 2 here. She's working on Mastery 3 as we speak, so by the time you see this VOD, it'll probably already be done. If you're wondering why her and not Gladia, it's because I'm not really doing an Abyssal Hunters team, and Gladia is absolutely at her peak there, so I unfortunately don't gain enough from that if she's not in her ideal team.
All right, it's showtime.
Alright, I think keyword think this should do the job. But we're going to test, of course, we're testing it out. That's what this is for, after all.
Compassion saves no one on the battlefield.
May the war grant us the redemption we seek. Or will it?
Or will it?
I'll be careful.
Oops, I forgot I need to activate these as soon as humanly possible.
Please give your orders. How's that?
Let's get rid of these guys then.
Let's
get Eben started here.
But it seems our audience can't contain themselves.
This, alright, putting healer here should help out, I think.
Battlefield. Showtime.
Extraordinary melodies can only
Alright,
be
I
played
probably should have
by
put
the
Zerny
soul that
first.
quakes.
Stronger dynamics, as startling as a tritone.
Flourish or perish?
I'll cover my allies. This is straight out of one of my movies.
There we go.
Shall I get out right now?
Professor, how's that?
Yes, fear not.
Acknowledged.
Professor? Who will you choose?
Crap, that enemy's going through the middle, isn't it? Okay, no, it's not.
What are you planning? mastermind. Fool! For what reason hast thou come?
Your orders, please. Here we go. From flexibility comes power.
How is that not falling? Damn it, that should have fell. That should have fallen down the hole. That's really dumb. This is what I get for not E2ing my pushers at any point. It's no good. I'm just going to be overwhelmed at this point.
Doctor, evacuate everyone as fast as you can. I'll bring up the rear. Don't mind me. Go!
Alright. As much as I like Eben, I do need to swap him out here. Hello, Infinity. Welcome to the stream. Oh, thanks. I'm just trying to work out a strategy now. Kyobi here. I might want to use Mint, actually, now that I think about it, because she can... Yeah, she can hit the middle there. That should help out a lot. Tip the scales. Sounds good to me. I can also borrow someone if I need to. This is for challenge mode, after all, so... There's only so many super-powered units that can help. I got most of the big ones, after all.
I've finished tuning. I may perform now.
My sword's gonna cleave your bodies and values alike.
The Pioneer Vanguard modules can't come soon enough.
All the best. Please give your order. Temperature stable.
There. Alright, you guys go past there. Yeah, I'll just put Kyobi in here. Rather than F Eater, we'll
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that quakes.
not quite close enough, but I think it's good enough for now. She has no buffs, but I think this will be fine.
It's not my wish to take lives.
Shall I? Shut up, or else!
Yeah, 7,000 HP. Talk about a really good...
I'll cover my allies.
This should help out a bit, I think. Yeah, I probably should have gotten the healer out sooner, but I think we're in good shape. We haven't gotten another one of those machine to worry about, so we'll just have to wait for Kyobi to finish that one off.
Flourish or perish?
When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
Alright, we'll do this here to try and kill these spheres, because if those come in touch with... Those touch the enemy... If those touch the power armors here, they'll start up, and I don't want that.
Shut up, or else!
Please give your orders, Professor.
Acknowledged.
A knife? You dare strike my shield with your spear?
Your life is mine to protect.
please give you as that?
This should help out a lot, I think. I've been getting a lot of use out of Mint. I think I'm going to max her out now that Zerny's done. Funny, though, I would have expected to like Shalom a lot more, because Shalom is really good.
Doctor, my power is all yours now.
Maybe I can get an extra
Made up
distraction
your
here.
mind? Thy pleas falleth upon deaf ears.
Shall I listen or leave?
Your orders. Put both nurses deeper than Nib on the battlefield.
Alright, this is going to be really close. I don't need Kyobi here. She already did her job. Let's get Bagpipe up here. Some extra damage. We're going to need it. I guess the rest is all I needed to figure out the solution to this puzzle.
Please give you. This may be a little hot.
It's all on you, Aya. There we are. Volcano takes ages to charge, but oh boy if it isn't worth it.
I may be exceptionally tired in both body and mind. But I do not want the music to end
Argoat.
here.
Hello, Athos. Welcome to the stream. That was the practice mode, so now I just have to hope I can recreate it. But I think I've got the winning strategy now. I can also bring someone else if I need an emergency here. Or the caster might actually be ideal. Alright, we'll borrow Carnelian. I seem to like Phalanx casters for whatever reason, so... There's only the trick, right? Can I do it again?
I
Yeah.
only do as the manual said.
I really don't like that you start at 0 deployment points here.
Auf eure Plätze.
The Pioneer Vanguard modules can't come soon enough because Saga really needs to cost 10, not 14. I guess she's a 6-star, but you know, her job is to help the others deploy, you know?
I'll be careful. Professor, this may be a little hot.
Fair. Yobi, go here, if you please. Gotta make sure her skills charge in time when these guys arrive, although I guess I have plenty of time before that happens. Alright, you guys please move from that so that I can place Zerny there. Here.
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that quakes.
It's not my wish to take lives.
Let's stick with here because, yeah, she gives more... Yeah, she gives more defense to nearby allies, and Zerny really needs that since Art's defenders have a bit less physical defense. I don't use Kyobi that much, but she would be really good to stage, I guess, with all the armor. Yeah, Kyobi is definitely at her peak in this kind of event. This event's felt a bit harder than the other ones recently, and I guess I can kind of understand why they'd want to make it a bit tougher.
Enough visibility. I'm ready to fire.
Shut up, or else!
In the general sense, a lot of my favorite casters are getting a good workout lately.
Tis but a flash in the drift of time.
I don't know why. I just like Caesarni enough to max cap out his level. Would have thought Shalom would have ended up my favorite of the Arts defenders, but that's not what happened. Interesting.
Your orders, please. Bolt pierces deeper than nib on the battlefield.
Oh crap! I forgot to activate Kyobi's skill. Stall, stall, stall. It's no good. I have to eat the penalty because I was an idiot and missed that. Oh well, this is what happens sometimes. I was so focused on the other stuff. How have you built Mostema? Splash casters are one of those situations where I'd consider the best one to be the least bad rather than good. Don't get me wrong, she does allow 99% slow on the whole map wide, so she's definitely good at if you need her in a specific location, but she has a lot of downtime, that's for sure. But then again, the splash caster I use the most these days is Leonhardt, and anything else is, well, chain casters are probably better, so I'm probably not the best one to ask. I've always had really weird takes. I mean, I think I mentioned that I prefer Pioneer Vanguards over Flag Bearers simply because I like Vanguards that can actually fight, whereas most people will say, hey, what purpose do you need a Vanguard that can actually fight for? I mean, yeah, I do break out Flag Bearers and Bagpipe if I absolutely require, if I have no other way to get it, like in CC, but I guess I just prefer ones that can actually fight, and Flag Bearers can't fight.
Professor, watch out for fires!
Alright, this should make it easier.
This is
Need a moment here anyways, so let's do it this way. Alright, the left side's gonna be clear for now, I just need to focus on the right side. Alright, we'll get Caesarni up here.
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that quakes.
And I should probably get Pawsey here before,
I'm ready to fire.
Silence the fort!
or Mint, there we are.
With pleasure. Abandon resistance now, or I pull the trigger.
Should be fine. Should definitely get a healer over here,
Flourish?
because they need one over there. My go-to is Siege. Saga's the one I go to simply because she can help charge SP for others, but I should probably use her S3 a bit more. Her S2 is absolutely a godsend during the time— oh crap, not again. Her S3 was an absolute godsend at times where I didn't have any of the big broken guards. Alright, these two I can take back. Cornelian, please go here.
When 'tis a choice of life and death.
Yeah, an actual hard tank should be helpful here.
Professor? Temperature is stable.
Shall I silence the fort?
With pleasure. Abandon resistance now, or I pull the trigger.
Here we go. I love her S2 as long as she's fighting. Producing can last a long time. Out here, just drop, say, a Mudrock. Sadly, I had to skip Mudrock in order to be able to afford Mountain. And because I just really wanted Brawlers to work, I guess.
Very well.
Alright, Silver Ash should be able to help out here a bit. I do like Carnelian's swimsuit outfit. I think that's one of my favorites in the game. Although I can't sit here and say Shinings isn't really good too. I really like Shinings.
Who will you? I shall protect you.
Grief ever echoes in our souls.
Made up your mind? Fool! For what reason hast thou come?
Shall I? Shut up!
And look how much HP Zerny has. He could actually survive 2 Chapter 10 cannons with that. This 2 is unfair at 10. Yeah. I hope Brawlers get a module that gives them an actual talent instead of just, you know, their basic, what's it called? Okay, good. Carnelian killed them. Carnelian's really good. I seem to like Phalanx casters a lot more than I thought I would. But of course, a 6-star requires a lot of luck and all that, so... Alright. This one looks deceptively easy because everything is focusing on a single point, but at the same time, with all those armors, I don't need a feeder. Ooh, I could use Surtur S1, S2. Yeah, thanks. That mission was a big problem last time I tried to get through it, but I guess having a day's rest or so was what I needed to refresh and take a look at a pair of fresh eyes, you know?
I've finished tuning. I may perform now.
I do not want that to activate, so... Okay, good.
All the best.
Gilby, take care of those, please and thank you. Don't need to do the challenge, but with the Sandy, the 1 Prime, at least. I don't do anything that's too much, but at the same time, I still want to try and push my limits. Plus, like I said, this seemed to be a decent to try out, so...
Professor, watch out for fires.
Flourish or perish.
Alright, let's get Cerny up here.
Tremble in my music is your honor.
Darn it. Well, she did her job, I think, so I'll worry about that later.
I'll cover my allies.
Shall I close? Get out right now!
It's not my wish to take Clyde's.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Your orders. Abandon resistance now, or I pull the trigger.
Alright, Surtur, you know what to do. S1 time.
Shall I open?
Shut up, or else!
Might as well get Kyobi over there then. Oh, I only use Surtur's S2. Surtur's S3. Yeah, Surtur's S3 is what everyone uses. Don't worry about that. Surtur's S3 is famous. Even I use it whenever I feel like I just give up on a map. However, her S2 I do holds a genuinely great skill on its own merits.
With pleasure. For a life of peace.
This is going to be mildly frustrating to deal with.
Let's just get this done with.
I don't mind. I should probably leave Mint out here just because she makes a nice distraction. Phalanx casters is really nice to have someone who could eat range attacks.
Professor, this may be a little hot.
Okay, this wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it'd be. Not bad. I try to 100% these events as much as I can, but rest assured if it becomes too much, I won't force myself. But since I'm on stream, I'm definitely going to push myself like how I pushed Arknights as far as I could. Sadly, I end up having to give up doing the Rabbits team at EX4 here. Which is why I'm using my main team, my standard team for this now. Now let's see, what's this? All allied units have greatly reduced defense. A bit annoying, but I think I can still do this simply with, you know, the universal AoEs. Because as you saw, I was using primarily range units for all this. Golden Glow borrow here. Yeah. GG. Indeed, Golden Glow's really good. Sadly, I couldn't... I like all the mecha chords without exception, but Golden Glow didn't come home, so I'm stuck with Kiera. Because Rock also didn't come home, and...
I may perform.
I might make an exception to... They're all my favorites for Minimalist Stitch. Oh, not because he's not a good unit. In fact, to my understanding, he's actually one of the strongest units in Welfare Knights, or Free Knights, or whatever it's called, where you can only use the free event units. No, that's because, right, heal, where's...
Flourish or perish?
There.
Now's the time to help everyone out.
Wait, how's that guy getting past? Bagpipe, fill that blank real quick, please. Bagpipe, how are you struggling against this guy?
This is the battlefield. I'm so tired. Stay back! Good visibility. Take flight. With pleasure. Volt pierces deeper than nib on the battlefield. When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
Golden Glow is definitely being very helpful here, I think. I'll put Zerny here as per usual, although again, we're going to mostly use range damage for this. And this should make it a bit easier.
Can I stay back? I'll be careful.
Shall I close? Listen or leave.
Even a virtuous king.
Alright, yeah, that should be
must
good.
from time to time look to the sword.
On Surtur, kill it. There we are.
Your orders for a life of peace.
Very well.
Professor, temperature stable.
Alright, hopefully I can try and do as much damage as I can here. Alright, that's one down.
Made up your mind? Art thou mine worthy enemy, or art thou naught but a jester?
Here we are. And there we are. Gotten super lucky with Polziomka? Yeah, I actually wasn't going very hard on our banner. I used purely free ones and I got her. But at the same time, as I said, I failed to get Golden Glow. I also failed to get Mudrock on her banner because, again, I had to give up buying her from the cert shop, so I just did some pulls. My luck is absolutely back and forth, so I guess that's the case for just about everyone. Came back, got on the first temple. Well, aren't you lucky? Like I said, I failed to get both Horn and Rock, and Rock's a 5-star. Theoretically, should have been easy to get. But no, we're not allowed to have nice things, apparently. This is an acceptable team, I suppose. Yeah, being able to smack things from a good distance with Horn is actually fairly useful. I've actually had to borrow her a few times.
Said, yes?
Alright, as per usual. Dorothy can deploy traps. Do not deplete life points when escaping. Surtur, I'd like you to do your thing, if you please. Surtur's S2 is a genuinely great skill. The only reason you don't see it more is because, well, it's got rough competition. And with her S3.
Tremble in my music is your honor.
Flourish or perish.
Sadly, I can't keep her around. Guess that's gonna have to do for now.
This is the battlefield.
Oh, crap. Yeah, that got activated.
Of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
Bummer. Huh. Dorothy was definitely an interesting character if we're talking about the story itself. She clearly meant well, but she let her
Acknowledge.
goals was blind her to how in the ways in which her stuff could be abused. I mean, on paper it's great. They allow people to have this dream world while they get work done, even get paid for it. It all without having to rely on talents, natural or otherwise. But well, then we have this mad scientist who want to turn it into
Let's
weapons.
begin. Agony. Ever etch.
You dare strike my shield with your spear? That's gonna end with you in pieces. Good visibility. I'm ready to fire.
Made up your mind? Fool! For what reason hast thou come?
Who will you? I shall protect you. With pleasure. Fire!
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. I'm losing people left and right.
All the best.
Yeah, it's just impossible to get that charged. It's no good. I didn't have that charged. I needed to get her out earlier, but
Evacuate everyone as fast as
the
you
scientists
can.
so preoccupied
I-
whether or not they could, they didn't
I'll
stop
bring
to
up the
think if
rear.
they
Don't
should.
mind me. Go.
Indeed. Largely, I need arts damage to get rid of those robots, but I only have so many melee arts unit options. Especially since I need to find a way to be able to heal them. So I can kind of see something there, but the problem is I have to split my focus between two lanes, the blue box. I know there's a medal for sparing Dorothy, but if that's too much, I can do that off stream or something. A good way to get exact quotes from just basic descriptions. See. It's a bit of a tough one, that's for sure. I could also try and include... Well, I guess I have too many ranged units, so let's exchange here a bit. Thorns will be fine, I think. I don't need to do any too much redeploying, so I could have placed Silver Ash if needed, but I don't think I'd need to. Then again, I've been using Thorns a lot less and using Air Scarp a lot more lately, but for this I think we do absolutely need what Thorns can offer. Well, maybe instead of Mint, since I wasn't using her too much, I could bring Air. Lord Guard spam is how I was able to beat the Chocolate Street Annihilation mission.
Compassion saves no one on the battlefield.
Might as well have her attack this while I've got a free moment.
Flourish? Or
Okay, good. I
perish?
got it quick enough. Yeah, we're supposed to spare Dorothy, but this is a little rough, don't you think?
To tremble in my music is your honor.
Barely not enough.
Shall I close?
It's not my wish to take lives. Doctor?
Actually, I should have put that aside. Oh, this is not
Yes,
good.
agony, ever etched on our hearts.
All the best.
Shall I close? Shut up, or else!
Professor, this may be a little hot.
Alright, this might do the trick, but it might not. Alright, that's one down. Another down. Alright, Thorns is at full power. Air is not nearly as durable as others like Silver Ash or Thorns, but he does have some pretty good offenses at least. Finishes a beach skin, like this might be a little hot when start throwing water. I think her lines change a bit if you do that, so. But yeah.
Shall I listen or leave?
Let's just get this done with. A knife, a life. Weapons are the basis for society.
Very well.
Those are purely going up, which means I could potentially do something like this. Even SP lockout, sheesh.
Made up your mind? Fool! For what?
Take flight.
Shall I open?
Go to 7,000 HP, and here.
Shall I close?
Surtur, do your thing. Air, help out, because you can do arts damage, so I know you can win.
table. Professor?
Yes, I'm listening.
Who will
Alright,
we
so I need to
choose?
spare Dorothy for this, so let's go ahead and do
Shall
that.
close.
I could easily finish her. Honestly, her existence here is the entire reason I didn't try to bring Eben. Because as great as Eben is, he's a bit too good at killing, and he'd take her out in one hit. She's starting to... Well, I guess all bosses typically take the scenic route. Although I guess since she doesn't have the red marking, she's technically just an elite enemy.
Mission accomplished.
Alright, there we are.
Drawing the final bar line here is perfect. I hardly want any movement of mine to approach tedium.
Yeah, I got the medal for sparing her life. However, I don't have to do it again. Dorothy is now invisible. That's it? I mean, don't get me wrong, she's very annoying, but... Maybe I should bring another medic here, because... Yeah. I should also bring someone else here. If I'm gonna do that, I should bring my own Eben, actually.
I hate it when I'm ordered around without rhyme or reason, but ordering others sits just as badly with me.
So that's fine. We'll bring lots and lots of arts damage, then. That's the usual solution to problems, right? I probably should have tested this first, but YOLO.
Prolonged casting makes my headaches flare up, and I
Yeah,
even
Dorothy being
hallucinate
invisible
if I'm
basically means I
unlucky.
can't accidentally take her
Let's
out,
make it a
so I guess
victory,
I should be...
shall we?
I worried over nothing. Does not deplete life points when escaping.
Flourish or perish? Let's begin.
I guess this one is... Oh crap, that's bad.
This is...
To tremble in my music is your honor. Shall I listen or leave?
I'll do my best.
Damn it. I can't stop these suits from activating. I don't have enough damage output. There's no way. It's just not going to work. Dorothy's now invisible. Let's see. And we're going to start using practice ones because I've got 30 of these. I used up all of them last time, but that was mostly because Rabbit Knights requires a lot of optimization. Not to mention, well, all their healing is covered by a single 3-star.
War.
That's a lot of pressure
Ever
for just
inevitable.
one. And most maps start with 5 to 10 DP, but that last one starting you with just 0 is really, really frustrating. I'm gonna bother attacking those, I suppose. We'll do this, however.
This is the battlefield.
Of course, they just heal that thing. Why wouldn't they?
Careful of music on the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysani.
I should probably use Surge to at least kill this one, because that one has a rocket launcher, and the less we have to deal with that, the better.
Is but a flash in the drift of time.
Stronger than as doleful as a clarinet.
Let's begin. Grief ever echoes in our souls.
Tremble in my music.
Damn it.
It's your honor.
Yeah, that's no good. And if it's this rough, I can only imagine how bad the final one's going to be. Maybe another AO wouldn't hurt.
Prolonged casting makes my headaches flare up, and I even hallucinate if I'm unlucky. Let's make it a blitzkrieg, shall we?
It's not my wish to take lives. All the best.
There we go.
Is but a flash in the drift of time.
Professor, watch out for fires.
To tremble in my music is your honor.
Yes, I fear not.
Careful of music on the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysani.
Uh-oh.
Shall I open? Silence, sofort!
Faster tempo, as graceful as 3/4.
Eben,
Let's
what
just
the
get
hell?
this
You're
done.
attacking the tiny thing, not the thing I need you to. Damn it, I guess they also count as elites. Okay, good. Oh no, that was a robot, huh? And of course there's natural robots too.
A knife? And why do I gotta waste
go with this
my
here. One
precious
punch,
time
indeed.
on the likes of you third-rate amateurs? Please give you this may be a little hot.
It's no good. I think I'm missing something extremely obvious. Usually there's a
Please,
trick to something like this.
Don't be disheartened. Not every composition is smooth from start to finish. There'll always be a few rounds of polish before you land where you want to.
The event's just about over, so I at least want to complete these, but I still have plenty of, yeah, as much as I get why they want us to spare Dorothy, fact of the matter is, she's really a huge pain in this map. So, and since she can't be blocked, making her invisible functionally means she won't die to anything. Which means you just have to deal with her constantly damaging you and all that, which is not what I'd call ideal. Maybe I should use Silver Ash to reveal her so that we can, you know, just attack her directly. It's rude, but we kind of have to be rude now. And I really need to better ways of earning DP, but I also don't want to sacrifice a lane holder. Because you don't need spare in challenge mode. I don't have to, but since she's invisible, it's hard to... It's hard to fight her since she can't be blocked, and by extension, that means, you can't reveal her the normal way. You have to use another method.
Acknowledged.
It's not my wish to take glides.
Made up your mind? Thy please falleth upon deaf ears.
It requires so much DP. Sheesh. Alright, well, we'll see if this works.
I'll be careful.
Sheesh. Even Thorns is only dealing so much damage to these guys.
The performance will begin soon, but it seems our audience can't.
Watch out for fires.
Shoot.
Flourish,
Damn it!
perish.
No good, I can't... Yeah, I need to get the deployment order right. I can't... I absolutely need all 3 medics out sooner rather than later. Because if I don't, they're just going to get obliterated. Those cannon enemies are just too much. Just too much.
I've finished tuning. I may perform now.
Very well.
This is the battlefield.
No, thorns go here. There we are.
Made up your mind? Fool! For what reason hast thou come?
The nice thing about Perfumer is she has a global passive heal. It's not strong, but it could make a difference. It adds up.
It is but a flash in a drift of time.
All the best.
Yes, fear not.
Alright, let's go. Okay, Dorothy's been revealed.
The performance will begin soon, but
How's that?
Well, there goes my only ability to possibly stop Dorothy. I guess I should... Why'd I retreat Eben again? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I've already lost. Yeah, I need to try and take out... Okay, so I'll have to save Silver Ashes,
You can
Schwing
hardly
until
call this
Dorothy's in
enemy
range,
good.
because we absolutely have to get
Are
rid
you
of
the
her
one who
immediately.
started it?
She just adds too many complications. Yeah, she just adds too many complications to an already very complicated fight, so we'll see how this goes then.
I need only do as the manual says.
14 DP is just too much. Well, I've been saying that ever since, so perhaps I should...
It's not
Actually,
my
let me check
wish
this
to take
something.
lives.
Alright, let's find the module list. What events? Let's see here. Module... I'm gonna look it up right here, right now. Because I'm a very, very professional streamer who definitely wouldn't be better off doing this offline. Alright, they come with the Texas Altar event, it looks like. So that's when I can finally stop complaining that 14 DP is far, far too much for Vanguard. Silver Ash, you know what to do. Thorns requires a lot of setup, but he doesn't disappoint when he does. Finish. Setup, I mean.
Flourish or perish.
careful.
Let's begin.
Made up your mind? The fool flaunt.
How's that?
Fear not.
Who will you take flight?
Careful of music on the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysanian.
All right, Dorothy's defeated. That should make this live content best content.
Faster Tempo. Hinfort aus meinem Kopf!
Okay, that one's almost dead at the very least, but... That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That one awakened. And of course, no one is anywhere near their skills, so that's not going to happen anyway.
Professor, temperature stable.
Made up your mind? The fool flaunting his gallantry reaches none with his vanity.
When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms? A knife? You dare strike my shield with your spear? That's gonna end with you in pieces! Professor?
Extraordinary melodies.
As startling as a tritone.
Mission accomplished.
Oh man, that I should not have won that.
The fiercer the battle, the more jubilant the victory.
Alright, so basically what I'm getting out of this is I was correct. The best shot is indeed to just take out Dorothy immediately. So when it happens, yeah. There's no possible way I'm going to be able to recreate that, but I don't have much choice here. Maybe I should try Passenger instead of Aya. No, he's too expensive. Oh. Alright, well, let's give it a go now. Alright, let's go.
Prolonged casting makes my headaches flare up, and I even hallucinate if I'm unlucky. Let's make it a blitzkrieg, shall we?
It's not my wish to take lives.
well.
Thorns takes a long time to set up, so he should be able to handle the bottom lane himself, I think. Once again, I have to do this one
Just a
first.
flash in the drift of time.
Sheesh, everything feels so much tougher. I mean, even compared to the normal mode, this doesn't feel like the 10% that you'd expect from us. I know challenge mode makes all enemies 10% tougher regardless of what the actual event effect is, but this definitely feels a lot more rough than that.
Made up your mind? The fool flaunting it.
Your life is
Watch out for fires!
Careful of music on the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysani.
Alright, Dorothy's down.
Faster tempo, as startling as a tritone. Stronger dynamic, as startling as a tritone.
Oh, seriously?
Let's just get this done with. Professor? Temperature stable. Oh, you want me to handle this personally?
To tremble in my music is your honor.
Made up your mind? Fool! For what?
My power is all yours now.
Shall I open?
Damn it! I didn't get the skill off in time. And there's no possible way I'll get any...
Careful of music on the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysanian. Faster tempo, as graceful as drei Viertel.
Let's just get this done with.
I 100% should not have won that. Yeah, that was a little crazy.
No matter how difficult the battle gets, I will always...
And here's the final one. 8. Eyes of Priestess. Never did figure out what that means, but... yeah, looks like, it's gotta be really easy or really frustrating depending on a number of factors. I probably don't need 3 of these, so let's bring Aya to be sure.
Understood, Professor.
Probably don't need A or maybe Thorns. Well, then again, Thorns actually gets walled here, so air may actually be better. Let's bring back Mint. And yeah, swap Thorns for Air Scarp. Kind of funny to be swapping a much stronger unit for one that most would consider weaker, but Air Scarp, while he's not kind of fragile, he does have good damage output and he deals arts damage, which is important because most enemies in this event seem to have very little of it. I guess if all else fails, I could also swap Surtur to her S3, but I shouldn't need to go quite that far, I don't think. Alright, here we go. Final one of the event. I'll make sure we ended on a bang.
War. Ever inevitable.
The battlefield. A place where lives
Which direction are
are
they going
taken.
first? Down first, huh? Oh, that's these guys on the side.
I'll be careful. This is the battlefield.
Oh wow, that was a lot of damage. Alright, that's not going to work. I can't afford to lose someone that early. That's just a waste of 21 DP. Yeah, I was hoping to deploy Nightingale and A at the same time, but I did the math wrong.
War.
Fortunate.
Ever inevitable.
Alright, now that we know the top is where they go
I'm at your
first.
command.
Oh, thanks for the follow, AOvish. I stream just about anything on this channel, so feel free to stop by anytime something catches your eye.
It's not my wish to take lives. I'll be careful.
That's not gonna work at all, is it? Thank you. It's been going well today. Yes. Oh, right. After it teleports, it does an AoE. Yeah, it's a global attack split among the total amount of operators. The more people I have deployed, the easier it is to tank it. Probably be using a practice plan, but I want to save those for the challenge mode because the challenge mode is absolutely going to obliterate me. I don't know what it is, but it's probably going to be the roughest here.
I've finished tuning. I may perform now.
My sword's gonna cleave your bodies and values alike.
I have the feeling placing her here is going to be better.
All the best.
There we go, that's a good split. Not good enough, apparently. Well, Aya's always the more fragile one. And I should have known Shining couldn't take that.
It's not my wish to take lives.
They're already activating. Oh, balls. There's no way, yeah, unfortunately. Alright, let me think. Yeah, only 9 plans from outer space, so I definitely want... I've got potions... I've got sanity potions for this if I need to. But I'm also not going to wreck everything if I can't. But first, I need to figure out exactly how to go about it. Let's take a look at the map again. The middle is the really weird one. Because there's... I'm not sure how to destroy those before... Well, I guess I could just do the Surtur thing, because Surtur is what but Surtur's when I would break out when I just, give up. I'm sure I could do better than that. But at the same time, I can't exactly sit here and pretend I don't have one of the highest damage units in the game available to me, so I won't worry about it. Instead, what I'll worry about is... think. Alright, so maybe if I think my Vanguard setup is actually quite good. It's just I need to figure out how to get my healers in good shape, because they get torn apart easily. Likewise, I could put something forward to try and attack those, but I don't know if I have anyone that can actually deal with that. I guess I could try Calcit. I'm not deploying Eben anyway, so... However, I do have to be kind of careful, because Calcit is technically a 30 deployment unit and also eats 2 deployment slots, so if I'm not careful, things can go very, very badly. The final experiment.
A smith's gotta be ready to pay the debts accrued by the weapons she forges.
Alright, let's go. Interesting. I place Monster directly on top of the Dreamland boss, but it's not getting attacked by anything.
This is the battlefield.
Looks like that's actually dealing decent damage to it, I suppose.
Who will you choose who will not come to harm? I'll be careful.
Oh wow, that's a lot of damage. And remember, Phalanx casters get a lot of defense and res, so if he's piercing that, that's no joke.
Please give your orders, Professor. Please give your how's that?
Tis but a flash in the drift of time.
Please give your orders, Professor.
probably remove monster here.
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that quakes.
Acknowledged.
Come on, meltdown.
Shall I close? Silence, support!
Made up your mind?
Yeah, I don't know if I have enough damage for this.
I'll be careful. Professor,
Just taking for.
please give your orders, Professor.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Alright, let's. Alright, I can get past phase 1, but phase 2 is gonna be a little more rough in comparison. Alright, we'll go with this instead. And go up here.
Very well.
When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down
The fool flaunting his gallantry breaches none with his vanity.
a knife, a life? Weapons are the basis for society.
Alright, the boss is down. No, it's not. Oh, wait, yes, it is. Huh. Ideal timing, I suppose.
Who will you choose? I shall protect you.
What are you planning?
Shall I close? Shut up, or else!
Let's begin.
Oh, phew. I was worried that wouldn't work.
Please give your orders. Watch out for fires.
Sorter's gonna die in just a bit, but that's fine. She took that guy out, and that's all she needed to do.
Let's just get this done with.
Shall I open?
Professor?
Mint, do your thing.
Mission accomplished.
Phew! That's mission 8. Probably I should optimize that a bit more if I intend to seriously go further. I intend to do the challenge mode, I mean. More enemies will appear. Oh, joy. I wasn't practically overwhelmed already. And more enemies. I don't trust Eben's skill 2, for completely honest. Aside from the fact I don't like that it eats through all of his charges to fire, it genuinely feels like they were held back on his skill 2 compared to, say, W's, because they know exactly how to make it good. They have W's, so why they do it that way? I think. Horn might not be a bad option, actually. My question is, can I get enough DP in time? Because ultimately, that will be the deciding factor here, I think. Let's find out. Granted, she's not going to cost as much as a Juggernaut Defender. I think those are technically the most expensive ones to deploy. So, find out.
Compassion saves no one on the battlefield.
May the war grant us the redemption we seek. Or will it?
Here.
I will complete my assignment.
It is but a flash in the drift of time.
At attention, come! Best me if you can!
Huh. I guess that does a lot more damage than I was expecting. Just priority. I have the sanity potions, but I'm not sure if I want to use them just for this. Still need to finish up. It's not that I need to clean out the shop or anything. It's more... I could probably use them for a lot of things. Meanwhile, retrying this over and over. Like I said, this event's been a bit harder than the others, so perhaps I needed a good trial by fire here. Bring Eben this time.
This power is not mine.
Alright, we'll see
However-
how well this works then. Here we go.
Prolonged casting makes my headaches flare up, and I even hallucinate if I'm unlucky. Let's make it a blitzkrieg, shall we?
Okay, that's clearly not going to work. These enemies are too tough, it would seem.
Retreat at once, while there's still time.
This plan. Messenger is just so damn expensive. Ling will do absolutely nothing here. Gnosis might be helpful. But I have my own Gnosis as well, but this one's stronger, so we'll go with him. Alright, we'll go with this to the best of our ability then. And hope for the best. Alright, we'll load this
A
up then.
smith's gotta be ready to pay the debts accrued by the weapons she forges.
Awaken the dream.
Tis but a flash in the drift of time.
It's not my wish to take lives.
Very well.
Oh, crap. Wait, Dorothy? The more enemies that appear includes Dorothy? Oh, that's going
What
to
do you
ruin
plan?
all my
Please,
plans.
fall upon deaf ears.
I mean, at least she's not invisible this time, but... This is definitely mentally exhausting, man, I can tell you that much.
I'll be careful.
Well, it's a bit of a shorter stream, but
Is
this
this
I'm out of plans, and I'm
how
not sure I really
despair
want to
feels?
use up stamina potions when this is not my favorite event, I'll tell you that much. Left. Exactly what I need here, though. And even once the event ends, I could potentially use my stamina potions because I really do need more, more chips, large chips to turn to chip catalyst for more E2s. Alright, well, it's not the most satisfying end, but I think it might be worthwhile to, call it a little early then. But first, let me see if there's actually some people here. I guess I should raid someone. Let me see. So I'll grab someone else doing Arknights here. Let's see here. Looks like someone's doing IS2. AWildRuka. Alright, then I'll go ahead and raid them. Alright, sorry for the bit of a short stream, but I was able to get most of it done, which is actually pretty impressive given this is my favorite event, that's for sure. So, alright. Good, here we are. And there we are. Be sure to give AWildRuka all the love, and that'll be all until next time. Till then, thank you for watching, have a good time, and I'll see you later.